Hi everyone, I am here with a Bible reading. I hope you guys are having a good day. Today we are going to be reading the following. Matthew chapter 27 verses 32 through 66, Psalm 34 verses 1 through 10, and Proverbs chapter 9 verses 7 and 8. Now where did we leave off yesterday? We left off yesterday with them getting ready to take Jesus to the cross to crucify him. After Pilate had just had him beaten, he's now being taken to be crucified. So that's where we left off. And by this time, Jesus was already very, very weak and bloody and not able to carry his own cross, which they make the prisoners do. So they was trying to make Jesus carry his own cross, but he was too weak to do so. So, as we start today, and as they came out, they found a man of Cyrene, Simon. By name him they compelled to bear his cross. And when they were come unto a place called Golgotha, that is to say, a place of a skull, they gave him vinegar to drink, mingled with gall, and when he had tasted thereof, he would not drink. And they crucified him, and parted his garments, casting lots, like betting for his clothes. Who's going to get what piece, That it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophet. They parted my garments among them, and upon my gesture did they cast lots. And sitting down, they watched him there, and set up over his head his accusation written, "This is Jesus, the King of the Jews." Pilate had that put above him. The teachers of the law, the Pharisees, Sadducees, they didn't want him to put that. They wanted him to put, "He says he is the King of the Jews." But Pilate said, what I have written, what I have, said, that is what it's going to be. So he put up there, "This is Jesus, the King of the Jews." Then were there two thieves crucified with him, one on the right hand and the other on the left hand. And they that passed by reviled him, wagging their heads, and saying things like, "If you're really the Son of God, get yourself down from here." Even the prisoners, one of them on one side of him was like, "Yes, if you are the Son of God, get you and us down from here. Why don't you save us?" But not both of the prisoners acted that way. The other one took up for Jesus, and Jesus told him, "Today you'll be with me in paradise." And saying, "Thou that destroyest the temple and build it in 3 days, save thyself. If thou be the Son of God, come down from the cross." Because remember Jesus saying he would destroy the temple and rebuild it again in 3 days? He wasn't talking about the temple, the church. He was talking about his body. But they don't understand this. And even if they did, they would still say the same crap. Likewise, also the chief priests mocking him with the scribes and elders said, "He saved others, himself he cannot save. If he be King of Israel, let him now come down from the cross, and we will believe him. He trusted God. Let him deliver him now, if he will have him. For he said, I am the Son of God." The thieves also, which were crucified with him, cast the same in his teeth. See, it says that in this book, but in other books it says something different, like what I was telling you. One thief did, one thief didn't. One thief was like, leave him alone. We have done what we deserve to get punished. He's done nothing. And he's like, "Jesus, please remember me when you come into your kingdom." And Jesus was like, "Today you will be with me in paradise." Now, from the 6th hour, there was darkness over all the land until the 9th hour. And about the 9th hour, Jesus cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Some of them that stood there, when they heard that, said, This man calleth to Elias. And straightway one of them ran, and took a sponge, and filled it with vinegar, and put it on a reed, and gave it to him to drink. The rest said, Let be. Let us see whether Elias will come to save him. Jesus, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the ghost. He gave up his spirit and died. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain. The veil of the temple was ripped in half, from the top to the bottom. And the earth did quake, and the rocks rent. And the graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose, and came out of the graves after his resurrection, and went into the holy city, and appeared unto many. Now when the centurion and they that were with him, watching Jesus, saw the earthquake, and those things that were done, they feared greatly, saying, Truly this was the Son of God. And many women were there, beholding afar off, which followed Jesus from Galilee, ministering unto him, among which was Mary Magdalene, and Mary the mother of James and Joseph, and mother of Jesus, and the mother of Zebedee's children. When the even was come, there came a rich man of Arimathea named Joseph, who also himself was Jesus' disciple. He went to Pilate and begged the body of Jesus. Then Pilate commanded the body to be delivered. And when Joseph had taken the body, he wrapped it in a clean linen cloth, and laid it in his own new tomb, which he had hewn out in a rock. And he rolled a great stone to the door of the sepulchre, and departed. And there was Mary Magdalene, and the other Mary, sitting over against the sepulchre. Now the next day, that followed the day of the preparation, the chief priests and the Pharisees came together unto Pilate, saying, Sir, we remember that the deceiver, referring to Jesus, calling him the deceiver, said, While he was yet alive, after 3 days I will rise again. Command therefore that the sepulchre be made sure until the 3rd day, lest his disciples come by night and steal him away, and say unto the people, He is risen from the dead. So the last error shall be worse than the first. So he had it guarded as much as they wanted. Guard it with everybody in the guard if they wanted to. Pilate said unto them, Ye have a watch. Go your way. Make it as sure as you can. Make it as guarded as you can, or as you want. So they went and made the sepulchre sure, sealing the stone and setting a watch. Guards out there so nobody could come get Jesus' body. Okay, and that's where we're going to stop today with Matthew. And now we're going to read Psalm 34, part of it, verses 1 through 10. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make her boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. O magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. They looked unto him, and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him, and saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encampeth around about them that fear him, and delivereth them. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. O fear the Lord, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him. The young lions do lack, and suffer hunger, but they that seek the Lord shall not want any good thing. And that was Psalm 34, chapter 1 through 10. And now we're going to read Proverbs chapter 9, verses 7 and 8. He that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame, and he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a blot. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. Alright guys, and that was Proverbs chapter 9, verses 7 and 8. That was our Bible reading for today. I hope it touched your guys' hearts. Now I'm going to get out our book here. Alright, our question that I asked you guys for yesterday was, what was the name of the Christian who was stoned to death? And remember, they said he had the face of an angel. And the answer you should have came up with was Stephen. Stephen. Okay. And the question for tonight, let's see here. We'll go down the list here. So, tonight's question is this. What did Jesus do for Lazarus? What did Jesus do for Lazarus? Alright, sorry about that. So that is tonight's question. Alright guys, let me go through the prayer requests real quick. Please keep the following people in prayer. Lonnie Doles Jr. and family, Jimmy Myers, Sherman Crabtree, Abby Myers and Rhonda Karshner, Layla and her son Emil, Michelle Watkins and Andrew, Judy Thompson, Cindy and Jim Welsh, Dora Carper, Garnet Boyer and Jim Mitchell, Melody Stanley, Linda Thacker and April Thacker, Barb Post, Randy Post, Sammy, Paco, and Henry. We need to add Henry to the list. Alright guys. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. Bye guys. God bless.